bosses, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Tokslabossmua. So if today is your first time stopping by to my YouTube channel, I really appreciate it if you bosses go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. And also bosses, do not forget to turn on the notification button. Every time your girl upload a dope video, you bosses will be first to know. So yes bosses, today we're pretty much working with Abby here. Ooh, this hair is dope.com. Can't wait for you bosses to see how I actually got the hair going. It took some time, but definitely got it done. Also, if you want to see how I went from this to this, right, you got to keep watching the video. So pretty much we're doing hair and makeup today in this video. I hope you bosses will enjoy this video because it definitely took me a hot minute. You want to see how everything got done, you definitely got to keep on watching the video. No further ado bosses, you know the deal. Let's get into it. Tomorrow no promise, so me no turn on me heart. Man live without the dead. Man in it to win it. Live without. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Tokslabossmua. So yes, big shout out to Abby's hair. They're based on AliExpress. These are all the items that I received in a packaging. Plus this hair is 150% density and a 24 inches. And it also is a water waves. I really love this hair. It's a 13x4 lace frontal wig. It came with several combs inside of it bosses and an adjusted band. But I also went ahead and added my own adjusted band because my head is very small and I always have to do that. So yes bosses, keep watching to see how I styled Abby hair in this video. Okay bosses, this is how Abby's hair look in its natural state. So I'm going in with my CoverGirl foundation just to tint out the lace to get it to look as natural as possible in the roots. I always do this trick because I really don't have time to bleach my knots. So this is a really great trick for any girl that's just on the go and don't want to do too much process, you know what I mean? That's the reason why I do this. So once I add foundation to the roots, that's how it looks. I'm going to go into my Got2b glue, which is a gel, and the Got2b spray, and then mix the two together and then put that all over the perimeters of my head and start to blow dry. And once I realize that the Got2b gel and spray is getting a bit tacky, that's when I normally like to go in with my wig and just apply that right on there to make it stick. Not that that will even work more, but then I also go back into my Got2b spray to make sure the front of the head is pretty much dried down, just how I prefer and like. So I go in with the Got2b spray and then with the blow dryer and just do it section by section. So make sure that it's dried really well and that it does not lift up when I'm doing my baby hair or however I choose to rock the hair. So you just want to blow that very well. Make sure it dries really well. And that's the technique. Okay bosses, so I'm pretty much just going in and just cutting that excess lace off the wig. You know how we normally do it. So just cutting out the ear part. Make sure you're very careful when doing that part. I noticed in this video I actually left a lot of lace because I've been trying to see like what makes the hair look realistic, and I've been watching a lot of videos on like trying to make it look as real as possible. But like I said girl, everything is try and error. So this is how it came about. So I just dried it down and then I did it for the other side as well bosses. So as you can see, it's pretty dry, and when it's dry it looks more natural. I'm not gonna lie to you bosses. And now I'm just gonna, you know, tie it down using the hair tie there, and that's pretty much it bosses. And after it dries, then we're gonna continue with the baby hair. So right now I'm just going ahead with my makeup wipe and moving the excess glue from the edges. Then after that I begin to separate the hair because you bosses know I really love baby hair. So that's what I'm trying to create there. So I pretty much separate the strands and go in with my cutter and just pretty much cut it down to the length I want my baby hair to be in. And then after I get it to that length, I pretty much go back into my mousse and just position the baby hair. So I'm using a spoolie to create the edges. In this video, I've showed you bosses time and time again in my previous videos that I love using the spoolie because it actually works to create the baby hair that I'm going for. So now I'm going to go in with the blow dryer and just blow it out, just as you see what I'm doing right there. That's all I did. I just pretty much follow the same step and do it on the other side of my hairline. Pretty much just blow dry it, and after that just tie it up to make sure it dry to perfection, just how I love it, bosses. Now we're gonna get into the makeup portion of this video, so keep watching, bosses, if you want to see how I slay my face after I fix my hair. Big shout out to Abby Hair on this one. So I'm gonna be going into my creamy beige by LA Girl concealer and just applying down all over my lids. I'm gonna blend that out, and after I blend it out, I want to go ahead and jot on the tip to my crease. After the tape is there, I'm gonna go into my Juvia's Place palette. Bosses, I'll leave the link this palette down below for you bosses. It doesn't have a name really, so I'm just going into the lighter shade and just applying that into my crease. Bosses, you want to blend like your life depend on it. It's all about the blending skill, and I'm just mixing the colors just to give it the deep tone to the light tone, pretty much to get it going. And after that, I'm gonna go into the brown shade and just get that crease a little bit more darker, just how I like it. And then I'm gonna go into my LA Girl concealer creamy beige and just pretty much draw out a cut crease that I'm going for. And this is pretty much how I create my cut crease, by looking up and then finding the definition of my eye shape and everything like that, and just keep on applying the concealer. And then I'm gonna go into another Juvia's Place palette, and I'm gonna begin to put that into the corners of my eyes. I'm pretty much using 2 colors in this video to do this. That palette will be linked down below. Then I want to go into the green and just apply that towards it, just to give it my eyes more definition. I really love this palette by Juvia's Place. I don't just want to call random names, so I will link the palette down below. And then at the edges, I'm just going to go into like a coral kind of thing and then just blend it out. And then after that, go into the brown shade, brownish orange like, and just mix that in as well, just to give the eye look more definition. That's pretty much it, bosses. And then I'm gonna go into my liner and just apply it. That liner is actually by Wet n Wild liner, so you can definitely check out 5 below to get this liner. Juvia's Place palettes are very inexpensive and very cheap, so I really love using it. All right, bosses, this is really no doubt a simple look. So I'm going into my Wet n Wild mascara there. This is a black owned lashes company, so I will link them down below. I love these lashes. I thought they just look so poppin'. So yeah, bosses, if you like the lashes, I'll link it down below. All right, so just me taking off the tape, and then I'm gonna remove with the makeup remover, makeup wipes, and just remove all the excess makeup. Now I'm gonna go into my Wet n Wild liner, of course, and I'm just gonna put that into my waterline. I'm gonna use that Beauty Treats palette, the black shade, to kind of set that liner, because I don't want the liner to run. Liners have the tendency of doing that, so yeah. So now I'm going to my Baby Skin, I think by Maybelline. I'm gonna leave these palettes and items down below, so no worries, bosses. That's pretty much a primer for my face, and it really does feels like baby skin, so I really love it. Now I'm gonna go into my LA Girl concealer in the orange shade, and bosses, this is a color corrector. Wherever I see the black spots, I go ahead and apply that concealer. I'm using the Airspun Loose Face Powder. Plus, I'm about to go into my Matty Matt foundation by LA Color. Love this foundation. So I just began by patting in the foundation all over my face, bosses. And you know it's summertime, so girl face got a bit darker, I noticed in this video. So I pretty much just use my little brushes to go in the places that my big brushes cannot hit, so I normally do that. So try that at home. I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Creamy Beige to go ahead and put that, you know, pretty much highlighting my face, bosses. This is the contour effect. All right, bosses, if you know about contour, this is what you do. Just want to go ahead and blend that as best as you can. I pretty much got that beauty blender from Five Below. I think it was a Real Technique beauty blender. I don't know what it was doing in Five Below, but it was there and it works really, really great. I did not wet the beauty blender. That's the reason why the makeup actually stayed on, as you bosses can see. I'm using my Fenty Beauty concealer stick in the color Espresso to go ahead and just place that all over my face. Pretty much the areas that I want to minimize and the areas that I want to highlight. All right, bosses, that's the whole effect of a contour, you know. You just want to blend your contour out, bosses, so it won't be as harsh and noticeable. That's the only problem with contour. It just, whoo, if you don't blend, bosses, you're definitely going to see it from a mile away. I'm going to my Mary Kay setting powder just to begin to set the areas of my face in which I highlighted. Pretty much the bridge of my nose and my forehead as well, bosses, and under my eye there. You want to set those areas because you want it to stand out and pop out. All right, bosses. Now I'm going to pretty much go into the Zulu Pallet and take those two colors right there and place that under my waterline. Under the waterline, bosses. So you want to just blend that the best way you can. Take your time and blend that out because you just don't want it to look like it's all over the place. All right, yes. So I'm going into my Cover FX contour palette and just pretty much setting all the areas in which I've contoured. So that's pretty much what I'm doing there, bosses. And after I do that, I'm going to go ahead and set my nose contour as well using my e.l.f. concealer brush to do so. You definitely want to set your concealer because it's very, very important. I'm going into my Ben Now Topaz setting powder. This powder is pretty much going to bring my face back to life, back to reality. I don't even know why I started singing, but you get the drift, right? It's going to pretty much bring the color back into my face and get my face to look a little bit natural, like skin tone pretty much. I'm going to set my face with this Power Up that I received in my BoxyCharm box. And guess who stopped by, y'all? Babe. Ooh. So now I'm going to go into the MAC blush brush and pretty much just blush that all over the areas of my face and the bridge of my nose for the contour effect. After I do that, I'm going to the Cover FX contour palette using the highlighted shade to highlight my brow bone. And then I'm going to go back in and just pretty much blend it out because I don't want it to look harsh. Now I'm going to highlight my cheeks using the Cover FX palette. And I'm going to just make it pop a little bit more. And as well as the bridge of my nose. Yes, bosses, you want to do that trick. It works. And I'm just going to blend it out pretty much. After I blend all that out, bosses, the next step I'm going to begin into going in is pretty much my lips. I'm going to use my lip liner that I got from my local beauty supply store. I'm using my Desi lip gloss kind of thing. I think I got that from BoxyCharm. And I'm going to add more liner. I'm going to go into my LA Color lip gloss. It's actually the holographic lip gloss. Really love this line. Love that lip gloss so much. I normally use it all the time. So yeah, that's pretty much what I use on a daily basis. So I'm going to put that in, and I'm just going to use the Cover FX palette as well to place that in my tear duct and just make it pop more, plus the bridge of my nose a little bit more. And then I also went into my mascara, which was Wet n Wild mascara. Now, bosses, we're going to begin the process of fixing that hair up. I realized I haven't done an updo in a while, so I actually wanted to wear the hair up, and that's what I did. If you're wondering what I'm using in the bottle there, it's actually the curl activator plus water. Pretty much mix the two in that little bottle, and you got a go product. And it actually really works to bring the hair back to life. I didn't really spritz a lot in this hair this time, but normally when I'm using it, I like my hair to be pretty wet. But overall, really cute. I love it. So yes, bosses, what do you bosses think about this makeup and hair? If you bosses love the hair, don't forget to check out Abby Hair. They're a really great company. I really love this hair company, and I mean, like, seriously, I did not have to pluck anything off this hair. This hair is dope.com. Hope you bosses love this little chill makeup look. This is really a vibe right now, and this is what I've been doing lately. Sorry bosses that I've been MIA, but I'm definitely going to try to keep up the, you know, guys, I've been seriously busy with my life, with my new journey that I'm on, so it's taking me time to kind of like settle in, but your girl is trying and she's definitely in. So yeah, bosses, if you love the hair, you love the makeup, don't forget to check out the description below to see everything that I used in this video. And big shout out to Abby Hair for this beautiful hair. This company is based on AliExpress, so I really know that you bosses are going to love this hair. And I just wanted to throw in a little bit of makeup there so you can see how I really pair this hair up. At the end of the day, I have not been doing an updo for a minute, so I just thought I'd do it in this video. And I have to say, it's seriously cute. Like, oh my god. Bosses, comment down below if you love this look and what you be doing. Alright bosses, thank you bosses so much much for checking out my hair and makeup today. If this was your first time stopping by, I'll really appreciate it if you bosses go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And also bosses, don't forget to comment down and tell me what you took from this technique and tricks, because you know it's been a while since I did makeup on my channel, because I don't know, I was feeling like makeup summertime, no. But you know, summer's almost about to be done, so we're about to head into winter. So yeah, you're definitely going to need these tips now. All right, thank you bosses so much. God bless. Bye bye.